Good evening, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we've mounted the aviary on the young bird section. On the right hand section of the young birds loft. So it's all done now. It's looking nice. Put a bit of trim around it. And it's a really nice aviary. Lets lots of light into the section as well. So as I said before in previous video, that we've put the ventilation caps on the ridge caps there. The plastic ones, they're meant for concrete tiles, but I got them from work and just literally slotted them in and used some good adhesive, some weatherproof adhesive like Sticks or CT1, and it's improved the ventilation a lot. So I'll go in there and show you the new sections. We've got an older section of young birds in there. They're the first round, and the second round got weaned off yesterday, so they're just in there obviously getting used to their surroundings. We got the aviary on around about 2 or 3 hours ago. They'll start using that pretty much very quickly anyway. So for those of you who are new subscribers, that's a 16 foot by 8 young bird loft. It will house 50 pigeons, but I think 40 is a good number for that loft. We've had a lot more in there before, and it didn't really work out. We lost a few off the roof. I think your actual loft will sort itself out to numbers to what it's comfortable with. We've had a lot more than 50 in there before, and it just did not work out. The birds were getting stressed, obviously, through room and stuff. So we've learned a lesson of that. I think that was our second season back. We had too many young ones in there, but we don't have any more. So we've actually cut numbers down from last year as well. So just a bit more of a manageable number, really. So we'll have about 42 young ones. We've lost 2 off the roof. They've gone. But that happens. So we're just going to keep it to a nice manageable number. So on this side is the older young birds, and on this side is the one that's just weaned off. This is the new aviary. It's got a full collapsing down door. Really, really nice. Well made. Just got to put a little bit of mastic on the miters there, around the trim. Put a bead of mastic, very small bead of mastic on the trim there to stop any water ingress. But that's obviously driving rain. It won't leak. So yeah, really happy with that. It's a fantastic aviary. Plenty big enough for a bath. It's 4 foot wide and 2 foot. 4 foot long, 2 foot wide. And we've got ventilation down on the fronts as well. As you can see as well, we've made Father put a bigger piece of polycarbonate in the door, and it's made a lot of difference as well. There's more light going into that loft now. This one we've had here for a while. This is also Universal Pigeon products. This is an actual trap. So the doors open like that, and you've got the bob holes there. And this is about 2 or 3 year old, this one, but they're so easy to clean. You can just literally jet wash them, and they come up nice and sparkling new. Polycarbonate roof, so you can let loads of light in there. It's just really pleased with that. It's class. So I'll show you inside the new look of the young bird loft. As you can see, it's quite late in the evening, but I thought I'd get an update done of the inside. So this is the inside. This is the first section. All of the ceiling has been lined with plywood. As you can see, we've got the natural light coming through there. We've got them on clips, so we can go in there inside the opening and clean up, wipe down the polycarbonate or any bits and bobs in there, just get rid of that. So the young birds now are on box perches. Like I said, it's nearly 7. So, you know, they're starting to roost now. So we've got 22 in this side. These started molting, these started going out, and they're starting to take off, and they'll start to kit soon. So the box perches are from RV Woodcraft. Can't really fault the workmanship, but the delivery was absolutely shocking. I mean, we ordered these just after we got back from Blackpool, and there was a 3-week turnaround, but we were waiting nearly 8 weeks for these. Well, 6 weeks, over 6 weeks for these box perches. Awful timekeeping, and we had young birds on the floor because there was no perches. We had to have them on the floor on easy bed. Nice long feeder in here, and got a couple of V perches there for extra perching. As you can see, this is obviously one side, one team, and you can see how many perches are empty there, which is good because they won't be fighting over room. As you can see, like I said, the ceiling's lined, and we've got those vents in the apex of the roof, and there's basically a channel all the way running through the center of the apex for stale air to get directed up and out, and it works a treat. It's lovely and fresh in here. So that's what our ventilation is. Obviously, you get fresh air through the trap and the vents, and over there as well. And as you can see, we've got a partition in here now. So we've got there'll be 22 in here. Sorry, there's 20 in here because we've lost 2 off the roof, and there's 22 in that section. And that's the partition there. So we've just used poly pipe instead of wooden dowels. It's a lot more cheaper. It's just really nice. It just sets it off better than dowels as well. They're not too expensive. I think it was about 90 pence a length for that. Well, it was actually £1.82, but it works out about 90 pence per length per meter. I think it is anyway. So that, you know, that's not too bad. So yeah, that's this is one section, all fully done. I think we're going to actually, me and Fowler were talking about lining the loft with plywood, only because obviously we can burn it out then. We can burn the floor, no problem, but we'd like to burn the walls and stuff, but we obviously can't because it's a hollow ball clad and it's plastic, so you can't really, well, you can't burn plastic, it will just melt. So in we go into the new section. The youngsters, these were weaned off yesterday, but the trap's been put on today. So again, same principle, 20 box perches. They were put in today, brand spanking new. They've been in my house for God knows how long. My missus was actually using it for storage. She was putting stuff on there every day, like, you know, plant pots and stuff, just to be like, you know, get it out the house. So these are this is the second round of youngsters. There's more down the stock loft to come. This is just a little breeding mix, just to peck round. Once they start actually eating properly, you know, getting used to the tin and stuff, we'll put the bigger feeder in here. Drinkers on the floor. We just dip the heads. As soon as they're in here, we'll dip their heads. You can tell if a youngster or a pigeon is dehydrated because they'll start blinking really slowly. So if you do see that in your pigeons, just take the lid off the drinker and dunk their heads in the water, and they'll have a good drink. They'll soon find the drinker. It's pretty standard practice when it comes to youngsters. You do get the odd one that blinks a bit slow, and then obviously you just direct it to the drinker, and it's absolutely fine. So there's some nice youngsters here. The first round are actually nicer handling than the second round is nice. They're nicer handling pigeons than the first, even though they're all brothers and sisters and nestmates and brothers and sisters, full siblings. Really impressed with the colour of this one. I don't know if you can see this one, but this one is an opal, a really nice pigeon, class in the hand. This cock is definitely a cockbird. You can see that's an opal checker white flight. Really nice pigeon that is. Tame as well, flying meat, flying. These are actually the girls' birds. My My stepmom and my missus, they're having their own team this year, so we'll see how they get on. But that is a lovely, lovely pigeon. That really, really impressed with that. The full sister of that won for us last year. She's in the old bird team now. So and that family of pigeons, the bulk brass pennons or the Cooster brass pennons have done very well for us. The pies, as you see there, that's a Roland Janssen Herman Cooster. This one here, that is from the direct son of Rambo and the Golden Dutch Hen. She's a class pigeon. She's, as I said before, she's bred us loads of winners. But inside, as you can see, the aviaries, plenty of room in there for a bath. That's going to be open all the time, fresh air. There won't be any driving rain because obviously it's such a steep. Well, the polycarbonate goes out so far. No angle rain is going to go in there. So I mean, you might get a bit in here, but not an awful lot will just go in the pan there. So yeah, that's the inside of the youngbird loft. The same principle all the way through. Just got mesh running through the center of the ridge line of the loft, and obviously any stale air goes out through those vents, and it's worked a treat. So there we go, guys. Obviously we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got another 6 to 8 young birds to wean off, and then that's that team done. But now they're out. They were in a basket last night, obviously, because we had to get this place ready for them. So go out, stretch the wings, have a bit of a feed, give them fresh water and corn tomorrow morning. It's also basketing day tomorrow. So me and Father went through the pigeons today just to make sure that we're happy with them. Like, as I said before, we've got a few pigeons in the old bird loft, 3 cocks that have got broken flights, so they will not be going because of the broken flights. It's no good, but there is time for them to get into the next Oakhampton. They'll just molt those out, and then they'll be able to go to the next Oakhampton, which is mid-season. So there'll be 3 cocks not going and 2 hens. One was hawked up. She hasn't been flying back out exercising long enough. She's not fit enough to go. And we've lost 1 hen to a peregrine, so there'll be 26 pigeons going tomorrow, I think. We will see. So what we normally do is we'll check the skin on the breast muscle, just to make sure that's a nice pinky colour. You don't want it any different, like any tint of blue or anything like that. I look down the throat just to make sure the throat curtains are nice and open, and just check their eyes, make sure they're nice and clear, and the feathering obviously, and just to make sure they're good to go. So like I said, we'll have 26 going tomorrow. For the young birds, as soon as they've gone over, we U200 them. Every single pigeon has a U200 drop on the back of the neck just to make sure there's no lice on them, or if they do have lice, they will die pretty much within a few days. So I'll let these guys roost now, because they obviously, you can see they're half asleep. And then vaccination time within the next few weeks. Get them nice and settled first, because vaccinations can cause a bit of stress and bring on all the nasties. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we won't get any of that. This is just a marker board, just to, you know, make sure we write down our race points and stuff. This is for the youngsters, not for the old birds. 408 was a pigeon that went missing for a couple of days, and she's back. So that can be rubbed off now. So that's all done. Okay, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you're having a good racing season. I'll do another update once we get the other trap on the old bird loft. Can't wait for that. It looked lovely. Just set the lofts off really nice. But as you can see, with the more polycarbonate, it's letting in a bit more light. And obviously you've got natural light coming through the roof as well. And the young birds seem to enjoy it in here. So do a bit more on the videos on the young birds, especially obviously when they're starting to kit and they're exercising well. My father's got them down really well, actually. He's doing pretty well with them. Flying around. Excuse me. Flying around the roof. Sorry, around the loft nicely, and some of them are taking off and buggering off for 20-25 minutes, and then coming back. So it'll be just nice to see all of them going up. So there you go, guys. I'll do another update soon. Take care of yourselves. Hope you enjoy the video, and most of all, enjoy your pigeons. Cheers.